How y'all doing out there, guys? I'm Doug Best. Today is Monday, January the 20th, 2025. And today, Mr. Donald Trump became the 47th president of the United States. And I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things. I'm Doug Best. I'm here in my tax office. Oh, my God, what a world. I'm going to walk you through the scenario. I'm sipping coffee. I just had some clients leave. So a few people might come in and out, and I might have to pause the podcast and open the door. I'm sipping coffee. You guys want to sip coffee with me and eat a little cake? But I want to talk to you about a few things. First, to my in-home care service clients, guys, relax. A few people have gotten their W-2s. They're going online, but some of them haven't. And then you guys just kind of relax a little bit. The W-2s are coming out. Just relax. And then when they come in, I'm going to try to get you guys in the system immediately, put you in for the cash advance, and try to get you accepted by the IRS. Next thing in reference to taxes. They got a fake post going around all over the internet about Donald Trump. Did a tweet that says that if a person is receiving child support, the father or whoever can file taxes and the mom can't file taxes. That's fake. Don't even believe that at all, period. Uh, Child support is not earned income. Earned income is when you work, you get a W-2, you got a business, you got a 1099, or you do other different things. That's how you get earned income, the earned income tax credit. I did a video about it the other day. Child tax credit, something totally different. You got a baby from age day 1 to age 16, you get the child tax credit. So guys, don't panic out there, kind of just relax. I'm going to always put information on there. I'm going to always tell you the truth. And even whether you come to Best Taxes or not, you can always go to the Doug Best Show. That's what we on right now. Or follow me on Facebook and get the information. That's that. We at Doug Best. We on the Doug Best Show with Best Taxes. So maybe somebody might come in and I might have to pause. Two things I want to talk about. My daughter, she's in Atlanta, Georgia, Tanisha Best. You guys probably seen her on my Facebook page. I love my daughter. She's in Atlanta, Georgia, and she was saying something about Donald Trump. And, you know, they don't know. But, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Today, what a paradox. What's a paradox? It could be like a contradiction. We got Martin Luther King today, the celebration, all over America. And Donald Trump is sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. And, guys, I'm going to tell you something right here real fast. A few people says, Doug, you should be down at the city hall. You'll make an excellent speaker, representing our people. You're a leader for our people in the city of Fresno. It's true. I am a leader, and I am an excellent speaker. But I see it as, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm going to give you guys a little historical background. The reason why we're in Fresno, California right now, I remember the exact date. It's so etched into my mind when Martin Luther King got killed. I was 10 years old. I grew up in the South, deep in the deep South. You know, my grandfather then was a sharecropper, and I'm going to tell you, my grandfather was a big giant man, like Shaq, and everybody respected. Everybody. It's like a Thursday night. I think it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. My sister Doris Best, she'll tell you. Martin Luther King got killed. They had 3 TV stations. Listen to me, guys. 3 TV stations, ABC, NBC, and CBS. And back then, it was a guy, Walter Cronkite. Everybody listened to him. You know, everybody called him Uncle Walter because, you know, his words had integrity, or so we thought. So Martin Luther King got killed. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And man, and the world went crazy. We in the deep South. So a lot of you guys don't know right now. At the time, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, my mom and my dad and made us come inside. And we could peep out the door and look at the TV. But they made us come inside because, you know, the black people were burning up places and within minutes and hours all over America. So then white people hated Martin Luther King, not all the white people. And look at the paradox. I remember it like yesterday. Martin Luther King, you know, they hated him. And a lot of the black people, I don't know right now, you know, so this what happens. When you get on this social media and then you talking about stuff like this, I lived it. So I don't have to go get on no march or nothing like that. The reason why we here in Fresno, I'm gonna stay with you. You guys kind of follow my story. My grandfather got killed because he's a powerful black man in a little bitty country town. They killed him. And that's why we in California. So look, my grandfather got killed. I think Martin Luther King got killed like April the 4th, the 5th, somewhere in there. And then my grandpa got killed a few weeks later. The white people, the Ku Klux Klan that you hear about, killed him. That's why we in California. So we here. And so look at the paradox. At the time, why did they kill him? They killed him because, he wasn't politically correct. And a lot of the black people would shun Martin Luther King. I remember this like yesterday. They shunned him because, you're on the Doug Best Show, and I'm explaining to you. I don't care what they talking about downtown. Where they at downtown at City Hall? All the white people love him now, the mayor, the Mexican city councilmen, all the people, all the political leaders, they loved him. But the time when he was alive, I'm a little kid. I remember all this coming up. They didn't love him. But it's a great thing that, they celebrating something for a black man. They give us a day. But we still don't have no power, guys. Donald Trump is the president, the king of the world, whether you like it or not. It's a white man. Same kind of white guy that killed Martin Luther King. But let me finish my story. So it's Thursday. I remember it. It's etched in my mind. So we couldn't come outside for a couple of days because my mom and my dad and them were scared something's going to happen. And something did happen. They killed my grandpa. I'm a little kid, 10 years old. And so I found out who killed him. I go to a barber shop and I asked the man, the white man, why did you kill my grandpa? This is a true story. Listen, I get passionate. So I asked the man, why did you kill my grandpa? I know why they killed him because, my grandpa was a powerful guy in a little town. And the white guy slapped me. Wow. To this day, I remember. So I run home and I tell my pops, I tell my mom, and they beat me. What the fuck is you beating me for? I'm a 10-year-old kid, 1968. And I hated my mom and my dad for a bunch of years because I didn't understand. I didn't understand because, they was trying to control me, but they couldn't control me because I'm wondering, why did they kill Paw? So later on, I talked to my mom and my dad and them, and they say the reason why they slapped me and spanked me and beat me because they didn't want me to get killed. So this is the backstory. So when guys are celebrating right now and Martin Luther King, it's a beautiful thing. A black man, they give us a day. That's a beautiful thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, I remember we come to Fresno, and I seen on TV the other day, I seen the man. I don't care. They could make the Doug Betts Show the most popular platform in America with a push of the button. They can. But I don't know whether they'll do it or not. I don't know if Roland Martin, I don't know if Cam and Mace, I don't know if Don Lemon, I don't know if Shannon Sharp, I don't know if any of them gonna do none of this right here. But I'm telling you, this is my real life story. I know what happened with Martin Luther King, and I remember. Okay, so we come to California, 1968, right after Martin Luther King died a few years later because they didn't kill my grandfather. So we get down to the South, and we come here, Clovis. Black people couldn't even go to Clovis in 1960. I'm telling you right now. And then it's the paradoxical thing about it is now they got a big, giant celebration in Clovis about Martin Luther King. I seen all the mayor. I seen all the people there. And I remember as a little kid, we drive through Clovis and my pops says, y'all don't say nothing. I remember this. So now here we are, 2025, a bunch of years later. A lot of years later. And so we're here, we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday, even though it's not his birthday. And so guys, then I want you to just think out there. And I'm going to go to Donald Trump real fast. You're on the Doug Best Show. This is the beauty about me. I could tell the truth. And so what happens, when you tell the truth, two things can happen. People could love you how they could hate you. Man, this is crazy. So listen, when I grew up in the South, if you use the nigger word, it's like somebody's finna die. That's what white people call us niggers. So I'm just coming out right here, open up my shop, and the guy's playing some rap music, and he said, here come my nigger right now, Doug Best. Somebody might come inside, but then, I'm still doing a podcast. And so now, and what they did right now, so now, they took the hip-hop and said, this is the culture. That's not our culture. That's just a part of the culture, the musical part of the culture. So now when everybody's saying nigger, the Mexicans, the whites, the Asians, they said niggers. Before, when I grew up doing Martin Luther King, that's what it was all about. For them calling us boys and niggers. Okay, I'm taking you guys back. This is the truth. And so now, here we are now. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. So before they took the Klan, they ran us out of the state of Missouri to here because they was calling us niggers and boys. And that's why we came here. And now they got a few people, powerful people. And what they did, they didn't have a few people, millionaires that they didn't make, the rappers, millionaires and some billionaires, because they didn't took the word nigger and then they didn't took our culture and made it derogatory. And so now we love it. So they don't have to be the Klan no more. I don't care if nobody never listen to me. I'm going to tell the truth. Listen. So they get a few people, and it's like a false sense of delusion, of inclusion. So they figure a few people like me, we get a little money, but they could take that money overnight with me or anybody. Jay-Z, Diddy, anybody. So they make us feel like they get these guys on there, they be gatekeepers, and they have these rappers and whatever, and they being derogatory to our culture and to our name and our heritage. But one thing about it, they'll let 1,000 or 1,000,000 black people, say nigger over and over and over and over again. And just let one person, Kanye West, Michael Jackson, Jesse Jackson, anybody say anything about the Jews, say Jaime or anything derogatory, or me, they'll castrate us, take all our money, destroy us, and lock us up forever. So this is the paradox that I'm trying to paint right here for you guys. So the day that we celebrate Martin Luther King, so maybe ain't nobody gonna listen to me. Because what they want us to be, the propaganda is, they want us to talk about sex, something about derogatory for our culture, killing people, and all those kind of different things. But words of power. So those people that does that, it's a program that they didn't already created. So they give them 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, and then they make them like our leaders. They ain't the leaders, guys. The world is shaped by the people down here in the mud. It's directed by the people in positions of power. So us, the people down here in the mud, we the one that's shaping the world. So they feeding us with this propaganda all day with the rap music. I mean, I like rap music, some of the stuff, but some of the stuff is derogatory and so crazy. And so here we are, we on Martin Luther King's birthday, supposedly, celebrating him. And then we got Donald Trump in office today. And then, guys, about Donald Trump. So our lives and our thoughts and our paradigms and our minds is shaped by our experiences, our cultures, our interactions with different people, and our knowledge base, what we read and what we see and how we program and how they systematically control us. That's how we look at things. I'm a black man with a Mexican woman. We're going to touch that in 1 second. Immigration. So Donald Trump. They wondering, you say, is he racist? I don't know. Y'all stay with me. You guys, can you see this book right here? That's Donald Trump. I'm reading a book way before Donald Trump became president. I don't know if the man's racist. I don't know what he is. All I know, he's the biggest white man on the planet Earth, and he run this world, period. He's the king, period. And whatever he says, go, period. If he want to lock me up or take me off the airways or do whatever he want to do, he could do it. But just the paradigm, just the paradox about we celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday today, and also we got Donald Trump, his inauguration. So guys, and then So when we do the Martin Luther King thing, so we're going to have a psychological euphoria for a little while, for a little while. And then later on tonight, or later on today or tomorrow, reality going to sit in. You still got the same high PG&E bill. You got the same problems that you had yesterday. So the people in a position of power, what they do, I'm supposed to be drinking my coffee. I'm Doug Best. I'm on the Doug Best Show. I'm talking to you, my people. We on the Doug Best Show, and I need everybody, if you can, share the post, share it, subscribe, do whatever you can. Make the platform big if you can. I'm going to make it big because I'm going to keep going. So here we are. We talking about the psychological propaganda that they're using. What a coincidence that Donald Trump inauguration is on the same day that we celebrating the Dr. Martin Luther King. So here we are, guys. Martin Luther King fought, so we would have to be people wouldn't be calling us boys and niggas. And now they done made that word a part of the mainstream America. And now Donald Trump's in office. My daughter says, did you see all the things that he was going to do today? His first executive order for the day? Who cares? Because what the reality is, whatever he does, life is going to continue, and we got to keep doing what we're doing. And then for the Mexicans, I got a Mexican wife. This is a poncho. It's black, and it's white, and this is a cup. Look. You see that right there? It says African Adventure. It's a black cup. It's my cup. And for the Mexicans out there, you're on the Doug Best Show, and then I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut. This is the reality of it. A Mexican guy was talking to me the other day, and we was talking. I said, man, come get on the show. Let's talk about immigration. And he says, well, I like what Donald Trump's saying. He's only talking about the bad Mexicans. Listen, guys. I seen the guy, the Councilman Aries at City Hall a few weeks ago. There's no bad Mexicans, no good Mexicans. I've been to Mexico for damn near 10 years. It's 80 million people or more over there. Them people not fighting to get over here, and the people that do come over here, they only coming over here to get the money and go back. And this is what the truth is. I don't care what you say. This is what the truth is. The Mexican people doing what they doing because, the black people ain't going to do it. I'm jet black. We not finna go out there and be in no fields and do nothing. You know I'm not lying. The Mexican guys over there helping me build my apartment project. I didn't have 15, 20 black people over there. Every one of them, with the exception of a few, 2 or 3, it's all bullshit. So all the work that the Mexicans doing, if Donald Trump do deport 12, 10, 15 million Mexicans, who gonna do the work? We ain't gonna do it, and you know I ain't lying. So listen, Leonardo, when we was talking, hell yeah, I'm gonna tell his name. Yeah, I'm gonna tell his name. I'm Doug Best. I tell the truth. Don't worry about it, guys. People gonna call me. This is Best Taxes. But listen, guys. So the Mexicans, there's no good Mexicans and bad Mexicans. He said, well, he's just gonna deport the bad Mexicans. So some of you guys, some of the Mexican people that got over here and you done became middle class, and now you think that you accepted by the white people like you're not a Mexican. Don't be fooled and don't go through the delusion. A Mexican is a Mexican, a black is a black. I could become middle class. I could have the best taxes. I could build the best apartment complex or whatever. Them white people, if they get mad at me, they going to treat me like everybody else. If the police pull me over, they don't know what I got. So, guys, with the immigration, whatever Trump do, and the Mexican people that's out there that's thinking that, that just because you've been here in America, but your cousin, your niece, your nephew, your abuela, your grandma, your grandpa, they're illegal aliens. But what happens if they deport them? If Donald Trump and his team deport them, it's going to affect your family. It's personal. But some people think that because you've been here and you feel like you done assimilated and you're part of the American culture, you are a part of the American culture. But them other Mexicans that came over here that they might have came over here legally, whatever the case might be, they steal your family. And don't get fooled and go to thinking because you American citizen and they not, that you bigger and better than them. You ain't. You ain't. That's what it's all about the divide and conquer. And so I'm going to close in a minute. And this is what we talked about. Initially, we talked about somebody got something fake going around the internet about Donald Trump saying if if you getting child support money, you're not going to get your tax return. That's false. It's not true. You're going to get your money. Second thing we talked about, Martin Luther King, me growing up in the South and seeing the reality of it, how they never really loved him. They never really loved Malcolm X, Tupac, none of them people while they was alive. But now they dead, they giving us a false delusion, a drilling to make you think that, that we then assimilated totally into the community. Third thing we talked about, Donald Trump. He's a boss, baby, whether you like him or love him or not. So we all got to follow the rules. I understand that. I mean, I ain't got no qualms against Donald Trump. I'm going to keep going to work. Fourth thing that we talked about, immigration and the deportation of the Mexican people. The false perception that you're thinking because you didn't came to America and you're in middle class now, but the other Mexicans that's coming over here now for the money, that you better than them. It ain't true, guys. They looking at Mexicans like Mexicans because if ICE pull you over and you're a Mexican, they don't know if you're an American citizen or not when they make you and your mama and your kids get out there and lay down on the ground. So don't go to sleep. And then we're going to close here. I'm Doug Best. I'm your friend. We on the Doug Best Show, baby. I created this so I can get out there and talk about it. Because who else going to talk about it? Is the mayor going to get on there and talk about it correctly? He ain't going to do it. Hell no, he ain't going to do it. But I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to close. And then for the black people, my friends, my family members, my brother, I use the nigger word sometimes. But I'm telling you, it's derogatory. That's what that's what Martin Luther King was fighting about. Because the white people was calling us niggas and boys over and over again. But here we are, me included. Sometimes I use it. But we got to find a way to become stronger and trying to eliminate it out of our vocabulary. I seen Jay-Z and Diddy and them try to say, well, okay, the word is bad, but now we took the power out of the word. Man, what kind of stupidity is that? And they done made us Aaliyah. I don't got nothing against Jay-Z. He got $1 billion or $2 billion, whatever. But what he's saying, that's some bullshit. I'm telling you that. When we calling each other niggas, we calling us something, the lowest form of a derogatory word that we could possibly be. Because the word don't change. It still means what it means, the connotation and denotation, even though in our mind, they done psychologically told us that, okay, we don't have to call them niggas no more because they're going to do it themselves. That's what Martin Luther King was fighting about. So when we finna go and march, for what? We still don't have no power, and I'm going to close, guys. So this is what the power looks like. The power is this. The person who controls the guns, the people who controls the making of the laws, the court system, judicial system. That's the power. That's the power. So if you control the laws and the rules that governs the people, and the most important thing right now, whoever controls the propaganda to control the minds, the social media, so all they got to do is just bombard us so much with so much stuff on the social medias and technology of the broadcasting and advertising and marketing. It's all about controlling the minds. So if we got a bunch of black people, 20, 30 million black people calling each other's niggas, what do the white people have to do? They don't have to do nothing. Okay, so it says, Doug, you in a tax office, they might close you down. For what? For telling the truth? For what? For telling the truth? And the people listen to me? Okay, guys, so if you control the guns, you control the money, you control all the apparatuses that feeds the people the information, and you control all the rules, the court systems, what do we control? They give Jay-Z, they go Oprah Winfrey, they get Diddy, they give 3-4 people, $300,000, $400 million, $2 or $3 billion. What do they control? They ain't nothing but an illusion of a delusion to make it seem like they included in something. If you got 1 million, 100,000 people that's millionaire or billionaires, and then the rest of the people are dying out here, killing themselves with all the negative psychology, you control everything. So all they doing is just putting those people up on a pedestal to make us feel like, don't worry about it. We got some black people in positions. Positions of what? Power? When you go downtown right now, all you people down there that's listening to me right now, when you go downtown right now and do the march, I love B.T. Lewis, my brother. I talk to him. DJ Kreiner. I love them because then, they the preachers, they the gatekeepers. That's what they done set them up out there for. But at the end, they don't have no power. We don't have no power. Our power come from right now. Me sharing the information with everybody that's out there and whoever's listening, and then we just try to make our life and everybody else's lives around us better. And you got to have a pure heart. Okay, guys, I love you. I'm Doug Best. My throat's getting harsh. My mouth is, my voice is changing. You sipping coffee with me, eating cake on Martin Luther King's birthday and Donald Trump, the 47th president of the United States. And we talking about immigration and taxes. Okay, guys, let's just try to make life a little better out there. I'm your friend. I'm Dougie. Every time you see me on this thing, share it. Talk about it. And then you see something that we need to talk about, you can always call me. My number's all over the city, all over the internet, everywhere we go. Okay, guys, I love you, and I hope that I added some value to your life by me sharing with you my personal adventures in this life. Because I grew up, I'm the first group of black kids that went to a class with white kids, the board, Brown versus the Board of Education. I'm that class of kids that they put in there. So I done went through all the different stages. And I got a Mexican wife, and I traveled all over the world. And I see all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to share it with you. I'm your friend, baby. You on the Doug Best Show. You guys stay with me, and I'm finna close it for now. I love you, and I appreciate everybody for listening to me.